What are each of your names and how old are you?
5.
What's your name?
Hudson.
Okay, Hudson's 5.
I'm Chad, I'm 40.
And I'm Jack George. We are the Georges, and I'm 70.
Over the many years that your family's been in the church, what has been the best Wesley event?
You know, I can just think of so many events from church camp. You know, when I used to work, I used to take a week's vacation to go to church camp with kids. You know, I can think of baptisms and all my grandkids being baptized here in the church. I can think of other people's kids being baptized. You know, when a child is baptized in our church, it's a big deal, because not only do the sponsors and the parents stand up for that child, but the whole church commits to helping to raise. And that's kind of where we're at. We've got someplace we can fall back and call home.
That's great. That's good. How would you describe, or how do you describe Wesley to a friend?
I would say just a warm, friendly environment with people who care, a place where you can be yourself and worship.
Wow. We're a church of 3 different services, an 8, a 9, and a 10:30. We have contemporary and traditional, and sometimes people don't know the other people in the other services, but I just love when we all come together, that it's special because you get to find out the stories. When you get more involved, you get to find out more about the families. And that's my relationship with a lot of people, is knowing what the families are going through and what's happening in their lives that we can share together.
What was the best part of coming to services at Wesley?
Chocolate donut.
I think being able to worship with my family,
Pray.
especially with my mom, dad, just our whole family being able to be together and worship.
Jack?
You know, I'd have to think about that one a little bit, but to me, it's a couple things. I think my responsibility in this church is to serve other people, and so I look when I come to church to find different ways to minister or to help people, and vice versa. I feel that I get something, a sensation, whether it's in my heart or in my head, when you bond with people at church. And so I think it's a two-way thing. It's kind of what you put into it and give, and there's certainly people that offer an awful lot that you can get out of it. So I think it's to minister to people.
What is your hope for the future of Wesley? How do you see Wesley a few years from now? What do you hope that it is like?
Chocolate donut.
They'll always have chocolate donuts for you.
I think like anything, you hope to grow and evolve, and whether that be bring more younger people or bring more families or whatever that is. That's my hope for this church, is to keep the congregation that we have, but to build on it too, and maybe even diversify a little bit more too.
Okay.
Well, history says a lot about this church. We're getting ready to celebrate 110 years, and I'm only 70 years old, and I've only been in a part of this church probably almost 20 years of my life. So we have traditions and age and people that came and stood before us. So that's part of it. And so I think we've got the old, but we've got contemporary people, hopefully like myself, but we've got some youth here to look forward to in the future and have other things besides chocolate donuts.
Chocolate donut.
So it could be keeping a lot of the tradition that has existed in the church for years and years and generations at the same time.
Sure.
everything changes in our world.
Exactly.
And so bringing in new dynamics and new people and new thinking is going to be a part of the future of Wesley, which is only going to help it.
You betcha.
Well, we thank you as another member of Wesley for 3 generations of involvement, and I hope we always have chocolate donuts.
Thumbs up.
Yay! Chocolate donuts. Thumbs up.
Chocolate donut time.
Okay.
Mm.